100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 21-yard line.
What's that? 180?
Hey, keep it up.
Gun.
99. Check it.
On 1st and 10, Newton. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
This will be fielded at the 6.
Here we go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Touch 50.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Green 80. Go.
Watch the curl.
54, Mike, 54. Got it.
Watch 54. Come on. Where's the screen?
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds a man, it's Olsen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Wilson on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Again, Wilson swings it out to the flat for Freeman. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Go 14.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On first down, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down now. It's Freeman, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get that quarterback!
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Here we go.
Kill.
Here's Hines. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
What's that?
Mark 54. You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing on second and 14. Newton. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up third down.
Right to the 3.
54. Mark 54. Got you, boy.
On third down, it's Hines. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber.
Express!
I got motion.
Here's Newton. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
20.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming. He's coming.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Alert flare.
Hey.
Shit.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
That's it, ready? Great. Gun. Check 26.
Newton to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Cut! 56 to Mark, boy. 56. What? 56.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 27, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick-6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Mike's 5. Mike's 5-4. Check Mike, check Mike.
Newton now to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Both teams appear ready for the final. Zoom action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start again.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Emerson Griffin, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Just beating the play clock is Newton. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Call that a very strong gain of 24. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Out, 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 out. Right there.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Check through.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Hatchet. Check 13. Check 13.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Right there to 3.
Blue down, blue down.
On second down, it's Hines. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Ready? 488.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Crunch time, defense. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Great, great, great.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 66. Bullet. Half. Hey, hey, watch this, watch this.
Hey.
Check 9, check 9.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Everson Griffin in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. He's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
20.
Now it's Newton. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Able to tack on the